When you come to a power event like the moment, there is this entire mystical energy that's there. The Manataka mountain, the holy mountain itself, is a vortex. And here came all these peace pilgrims with radiant hearts. And this energy created so many miracles and miraculous connections for everyone.
Would you please give us your take on the moment? We're here one day out from the moment.
What a pleasure it was to be here, first of all. And how wonderful, how happy it made my heart to see all the people that came here, the children, the elderly, people with their hearts so wide open and just already so happy just from being here. So I feel like it was a huge success. It was beyond my expectations, if I had any, beyond. I knew it was going to be a great event already. However, it was so beautiful to see it unfold. The way that everyone came together, the way that they were so willing to love, to open up their hearts and love. The moments that I remember especially are the sunrise ceremony, where the big drum was there, the heart drum. And people were gathered, and even though it was cold and they had to walk up that mountain, but they did it with happy hearts. And then we had the prayers and the Native American songs also. Lee Standing Bear with his beautiful hat with all the feathers, and his energy, which is phenomenally peaceful and soothing, such a genuine being. Every being that was there was radiating this loving peace, loving compassion. It enriched my heart. I'm already so full all the time, but it brought tears to my eyes to see the beauty in every being that was there. The ceremonies, the prayers. Then later on, after music and after everyone enjoyed the Aztec dancers and joining them in their ceremony, there was a moment where people gathered and we danced. We danced ecstatically. That was great to see, because what was beautiful is that people were not shy about it. I said, let's dance, let's move your kundalini, and they started dancing joyfully like children, little children, so beautiful. And then when we had the moment around the mountain, groups gathered to hold hands, and there were many groups. So it took place differently than was originally envisioned, but that's what it was also beautiful to see. The way everyone flowed and adjusted and accepted. Oh, new way, all right, because they were based in that loving compassion, in peace. And really I saw all around people embracing peace, being peace, and that's what was so supremely beautiful to know, because I heard that there were circles being formed around the world. So all of us were linked by one thing, and that is the vibration of genuine peace, real inner peace, loving compassion. So I feel very privileged that I was able to journey and be here for the moment, and I pray that they'll do it again.
Let me ask you this question. As the Aztec dancers finished, the young people, they literally felt to pound the ground. One or two started, and then it unfolded. What was your thoughts?
Well, indeed, it was so beautiful to see their receptivity, the way they were wide open to embrace the energies coming through. And so there we were. As you know, we were singing and dancing and jumping, and all of a sudden I turned around and a group of them had gone to the ground and they started pounding the earth like this with their hands with a lot of energy. But there were no instructions. They weren't told to go and put your energy into the earth. They just started doing it and doing it and doing it. And there was dust coming up, and I really felt like it was gold dust. It was love dust. The energy of love was so palpable. It was so tangible. I was getting so ecstatic myself that it was a bit challenging to not just stop the program because they were just so beautiful to behold. So it was definitely a high moment. Yes.
And I'd like to add this. I interviewed a lot of these young people, and they all had something in common. They were all led to come. And they came from all over, from New York, from California, from Canada, from Florida. Many of them were grateful that you were there.
They were very sweet children. And I know that they had to make sacrifices to get there, but they had a determination. They knew they were on a mission. They were on a mission, and it was a mission, and it was a soul destiny moment. There are soul destiny moments, and you're supposed to be there to play your part and do your part. You're supposed to be there. Without them, then what I was doing would only be half of the equation. It would not have resulted in the same bliss. And if I had not been there and they were there, it would not have resulted. We were all supposed to be there. And they made it. And they were there. And their faces were just, weren't they just shining? Shining with love, just bursting with love. So sweet. Many of them came up afterwards and asked if they could hug me. And all of them said, thank you very much for what you do. But I told them, thank you.
These young people really were drawn to this event and drawn to you. And you paid honor and bestowed blessings freely on everyone. You didn't leave until the last person was blessed.
Oh, no.
And I don't know if you know how long the line was, but the receiving line was very long. Literally, it took an hour and a half. So many people received your blessing, young and old. But the shock was that the young people were just so in tune with spirit.
They were. They are very beautiful vehicles for the grace. And I love to invest my energy in uplifting all beings. I love to let them know that they are special, because they are so special and so, but many times they don't know it. They don't remember that. They're so beautiful. They're willing to get in that car. They're willing to hitchhike. They're willing to sell something to get enough money to go to these power moments. But they don't know, remember always that they are amazing and beautiful and cherished by the light. So I am very, very touched at having the honor to bestow blessings upon them and to tell them that I love them and that God loves them and that they're protected and that they can do anything they want to do, that they can reach their highest destiny. And many times they tear up because they haven't heard it enough. But through Divine Mother's grace also, it goes deep inside of them. I was very, very pleased by everything that unfolded, because this generation and the generations after them, all of the young beings, they are definitely molding the future and at a very rapid pace. And I remind them always, you're the ones that are going to create this universe in a very different way. So continue, keep going, oh dear, champions of the light. Victory, victory to the light. Aren't they just glorious, buddy?
They just made the day, they made the event, and we want to thank you to all the spirit science understanding that was put out by the promotional video. I was told over and over that they were led there by that video drawed a lot of people. So we want to send a shout out of thanks to Patchman. Jordan, you know who you are. You did a great video. Thank you. Thank you so much for your help. And everybody else that participated and put their love and energy in it.
There was a moment where we were going up the mountain for the final moment of everyone holding hands, and we were all supposed to form a circle, but parking became an issue on the mountain, and the park rangers told us you can't park here. So our group, who was in the van, we're told you have to keep going. Then we'll move and we'll continue that next place. Like, no problem, because this should be the spirit of such a moment, is we don't make little things big things. Nothing is unsolvable. So we went and we parked and we were there by ourselves, and then along comes a group. And in that group was the world drum. So the world drum, which I had not seen up until that moment because we were so busy being here, being there, doing this, doing that, the world drum came to us. And then here come these little children, and here come the teenagers, and here come also some elders. So we had all the age groups represented in our group. We happened to have ceremonial offerings in the trunk that we had had for days that we hadn't used, but this was the perfect moment to offer them. So we made offerings, beautiful holy offerings. We chanted mantras. All of us chanted mantras. And we did what Spirit led us to do. And there was an echo there, wasn't there? There was an echo. So when we were chanting the mantras, it was so wonderful to hear this being echoed, echoed, echoed. And around the mountain, groups were doing the same thing, connecting with whoever they needed to connect to, meeting whatever was supposed to come to them, embracing, open, loving. Many people shedding tears. Many people saying, wow, this was perfect. Did you see the way everything just lined up? Many people having those experiences. Wasn't that true?
Absolutely. And
Yes.
do you remember the 5 deer that ran across the road?
Right.
Right where we were.
That was a beautiful sign. That was a beautiful sign, because everything's a sign, and we had done our work. And to me, everybody, of course, interprets it differently, and that's how it should be. To me, the deer is the sweet energy, is the sweet trusting innocence. And they didn't come and stand there. They flew across it. They jumped. They went, whoosh. It was like, whoosh, 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 whoosh. Somebody said there were 5. I didn't count. It was just like a film. Whoo, they were flying. And I felt like, oh, JJ Ma, praise to the light, praise to the light. Our offerings have been received. Before all this, Lee Standing Bear had said to me, the spirit of the mountain is asleep, and we are praying and envisioning that tomorrow's ceremony of the moment is going to awaken her full power. And I felt that sign of the deer flying across the road, not walking, not even jumping, they flew across the road. They jumped from one end to, well, that's what I saw anyway. I saw them jumping from one side to the other. And this was a sign of the quickening that had taken place, and the quickening that will continue. That's how I saw it. So from the Manataka, from all the beautiful beings such as Eric and Buddy and Laura, and everyone who played an essential role, and many people did, in being able to manifest and materialize so beautifully this event for everyone, I want to say, Shukanata Tiolai, Tiola, endless blessings, endless blessings unto you. Glory, glory, glory to the grace. Glory to the grace. Mama, mama, agradecidos, agradecidos. That means appreciation, in appreciation. Agradecidos. We love you all. JJ Ma.